Hey, what's up guys? Lenovo is widely known these days for its Motorola brand phones, but it still releases Lenovo phones once in a while, in China. But now we're seeing an international flagship release of this phone, the Lenovo Z6 Pro. Could this be the sleeper hit of the summer? I'm Will for GSM Arena, and let's find out in our full review. The Lenovo Z6 Pro is one of the first phones we've had in a long time with the Lenovo branding, since that has taken a backseat to the company's Moto brand. But what better way to make a comeback than with a gorgeous looking flagship? On top of looking great, it has a unique 5-camera setup, an AMOLED screen, a Snapdragon 855 chipset, and a large 4000 mAh battery. The Lenovo Z6 Pro is made of glass, with a metal frame. When it catches the light, the curved back looks quite snazzy with its vertical highlights. If you put on the included silicone case, you can give this slippery phone some extra grip, but it is a shame to cover up that beautiful design. But if you're just looking at the front, the Z6 Pro's screen is quite nice looking as well. It's a tall 6.4-inch Super AMOLED with a 1080p resolution. There is a notch for the selfie cam, but it's quite small, with a water drop shape. Content on this screen looks decently sharp at 403 ppi, and as an AMOLED, blacks are super deep. Max brightness is excellent at 450 nits, and the screen is HDR10 compliant too. As far as color accuracy goes, it's great. There is support for the DCI-B3 and sRGB color spaces, and everything can be pretty accurate, depending on the settings you choose. There's no notification LED, but since the Z6 Pro is an OLED, there is an always-on display option. Too bad it actually isn't always on. It will light up when you move the phone, sometimes. It's rather buggy. There is another feature that you wouldn't notice at first glance, and that's the fingerprint scanner, which sits under the display. It works great, almost as responsive and fast as a conventional reader. There is also Face Unlock, which works well, but is less secure. For audio, the Lenovo Z6 Pro has a bottom-firing loudspeaker, and audio quality is quite good. It earned an excellent score in our loudness test, and the output is rich, with balanced highs and lows. I like that there's FM radio support and that there's a 3.5mm jack. However, the software equalizer can't be turned off, so you never get totally accurate output, and loudness through headphones isn't the best. There are quite a few storage options for the Z6 Pro, all of them pretty large. You can choose from 128, 256, or 512 gigs on board, and on top of that, it's expandable to the hybrid SIM slot. The Z6 Pro's user interface is Lenovo's proprietary ZUI over Android 9 Pie. For the most part, it looks and feels just like stock Android, with Google Feed panels, the standard app drawer, and most functions provided by Google's apps. The only real differences are in the notification shade, which has been tweaked to hold more notifications and toggles. And the task switcher looks a bit different. More apps can fit into this space at once. You can navigate with the on-screen keys or with Lenovo's swipe gestures. Swiping from the bottom of the screen goes back. Swiping from the bottom and holding goes home. And swiping from the edges opens the task switcher. It is worth mentioning that there is no NFC though, in case you needed that. At the heart of the Lenovo Z6 Pro is the flagship-grade Snapdragon 855 chipset, and you have options for 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM. Performance is excellent, as expected, on par in benchmarks with this year's top flagships. It also has a cooling system with a copper pipe and vapor chamber, and we got nice sustained performance without thermal throttling. The Z6 Pro's battery life is impressive too. It has a 4000 mAh battery, and in our proprietary tests, it had an excellent endurance rating of 100 hours. A nice perk is that you get a 27-watt power delivery charger, even though the phone only supports 18 watts. Even so, it's still fast, going from 0 to 45% in half an hour. Now on to the Z6 Pro's unique penta-camera setup. There's a 48-megapixel main cam with a quad-Bayer filter, an 8-megapixel 2x telephoto cam, a 16-megapixel ultra-wide camera, a 3D TOF sensor for portrait mode, and a 2-megapixel shooter for low-light videos. Shots from the main camera are saved in 12 megapixels, and in good light, quality is every bit flagship grade. Photos are sharp and have great detail, true-to-life colors, high contrast, and impressive dynamic range. Shots from the telephoto camera also come out in 12 megapixels, so that means they're upscaled a bit. Regardless, quality is excellent, with plenty of detail, and the same great colors, contrast, and dynamic range you get from the main cam. The ultra-wide cam's quality is good, with dynamic range as wide as the other two cameras. The color rendition is a bit colder, however, and you have barrel distortion around the edges with no option for correction. Unlike many competitors, this ultra-wide cam has autofocus, and you can take macro shots with it. These look quite good, with the exception of a blurred corner or chromatic aberration every once in a while. Portraits are taken with the main camera and the TOF sensor, and these are impressive. Subject separation is among the best we've seen from a smartphone, and you get great detail and convincing defocus backgrounds. In low light, the cameras turn on HDR mode automatically. The main camera shoots nice photos, with realistic exposure and a decent amount of detail. If you turn on the dedicated night mode, the results are amazing, easily rivaling Huawei's implementation, but these are much faster to shoot. There is plenty of captured light, low noise, and great sharpness. In contrast, the ultra-wide camera's nighttime photos are pretty bad, with high noise levels and poor resolve detail, and unfortunately you don't have the option for night mode here. And if you wanted to switch to the telephoto cam, it won't work in low light. Zoomed photos will be cropped from the main camera. For selfies, the Z6 Pro has a 32 megapixel front-facing shooter, though it uses pixel binning to save images in 8 megapixels. When there is enough light, selfies are decent. There's great contrast and colors, but dynamic range is just average. Detail is okay, but we expected more here. Moving on to video recording. The Z6 Pro can shoot 4K video at 30 FPS with the main cam and the ultra-wide, and 1080p video with a dedicated 2 megapixel cam. Sadly, you can't record through the telephoto. 4K videos from the main camera look quite good, with rich detail, excellent contrast, lively colors, and a wide dynamic range. There is no stabilization, and we see some over-sharpening in the foliage. 4K videos from the ultra-wide cam have just average detail, and colors are a bit on the colder side. Again, there's no stabilization here. To get stabilized video, you'll have to use the 2 megapixel camera. During the day, it can shoot nice 1080p clips, with plenty of detail, true-to-life colors, balanced sharpening, and OIS. It's even more impressive at night though, which is actually its forte. Nighttime videos have an amazing amount of detail, excellent exposure, and very low noise. So that's the Lenovo Z6 Pro. You get a beautiful build, a great AMOLED screen, an awesome pentacamera setup, excellent battery life, and flagship grade performance, all for just around 500 euros. But though it is great, it's not perfect. Water protection would have been nice, and I wish there were more custom features available in ZUI. But the biggest problem here is availability. Although it will be launching outside of China, that's only in select markets. Everyone else will have to buy a gray import. But regardless, the Z6 Pro is a great and affordable flagship phone. If only it were widely available, then we could call it a flagship killer. But if you are able to find it near you, it does earn our full recommendation. Thanks for watching guys, and see you on the next one.